How's it going, friends? It is I, Blue Dream 47, and typically today I would be uploading some video of me juicing a killer, or some crazy killer match that I had, or some salt video where people are calling me names because of the way I played. But today I wanted to talk about the state of Dead by Daylight, the future of Dead by Daylight, and just kind of what's been going on and what's been on everybody's minds in the game itself. So, as a lot of you guys know who watch my streams and come in and are a part of my community, hacking has become increasingly more and more of a problem in the game. Just about every killer stream that I do, there's at least like one instance where I have to kind of go back and analyze and make sure it was legit. In several cases, there's, you know, hackers who come into my stream and tell me that they were hacking, and they're gloating about it even. And my problem doesn't lie with hacking itself. Hacking is definitely a problem. Behavior needs to do more to make it less accessible, because right now it is very accessible for people to hack in the game. You have people who will hold your game hostage. You have people, you know, but worse than that are the people who hide their hacks. You know, it has you paranoid, and like Otsdarva and Spooky Loops and a few other people have posted videos. It makes you paranoid when you're playing killer, because you're almost not even focusing on the game. You're just focusing on trying to prove that this person in the game is you know, potentially cheating. Even for a smaller YouTuber and a smaller streamer like myself, like it's becoming more and more of a problem, to the point where I don't even want to play killer as much, and I love playing killer. I just want to share like a couple moments that I've experienced, and then we're gonna kind of talk about like the state of the game, what needs to happen and what could happen to help it. So this is a game that I played in one of about a week ago, and we were playing as Huntress. So somebody's just been chilling in the basement this whole time, and this is the person in question, is a Jake, and he's just chilling. He's just chilling. What are you doing? Oh, okay. You want to play now? So we chase him up. You want to play now? And right there, I was already kind of suspicious because he ran up those stairs so fast. He ran up the stairs so quickly. Hugging the walls really tightly. There we go. So I actually managed to get him, but it seemed like he was moving a bit fast. So we're chasing him again. Practice, let's go, dude. We're chasing him again. And he's gone. Fuck? Oh my god. So let's look back at that. Let's look back at that. Oh god. Let's go, dude. So he's right there. He vaults the window. Look, pay attention, because there's no scratch marks going this way. Right? There's no scratch marks going to the left. The only place he could be is behind this wall. There's no scratch marks. There's no blood either. Gone. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. So where did he go? He's not inside. He's injured, by the way. He's injured. No iron will. And he's just gone. He's just gone. So now I'm really questioning things. And I didn't say anything at this point. Like I didn't say anything at this point, but I'm really questioning, you know, because I don't like to just automatically assume that. I don't want to automatically assume the worst, because it doesn't, you know, it's just, oh, he's hacking, oh, he's hacking, oh, he's hacking, you know, whatever. I do lose survivors, like it does happen, but, you know, this is the real part here, which is crazy. We're back in chase. with the Jake. We get him with a hatchet. But pay attention. Look at this. So, you know, naturally I'm like, yeah, we got to commit. He's dead on hook. So I'm not going to leave him alone. I'm going to commit to him. I'm going to get him on that hook. I'm going to kill him.
What? Oh my god.
So we got scratch marks, we got blood.
Jeez, man.
Scratch marks, blood, scratch marks, blood. Gone. Gone. Look at this. His blood stops. There's no shadow step in the game. Nothing like that. Scratch marks and blood to absolutely nothing. There's no lockers. If he started walking, we would see his blood. There's, you know, if I see scratch marks stop, I look for blood. I will follow the blood every time. And I'm looking for blood. I'm looking for blood. Look, there's a spot there. That's the last spot. Not in the grass. Nowhere. He has nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. Now, some of you might be like, oh, well, you know, that doesn't really mean much, but
okay, the blood just,
you know, let's see. And he healed up like immediately. So I call it out. I'm like, you know, that's a little bit sus. Like I was onto him before, but now after that, like that's a little bit sus. I'm starting to lose my mind a little bit. I'm questioning everything. So I'm really frustrated at this point, and I miss all of my hatchets. Like they're right in front of me too. They're right in front of me, and I miss all of my hatchets because I'm so flustered. Like it doesn't make sense, you know, and I'm trying to put these pieces together. Like, how could this make sense? You know, maybe, you know, lucky break, but wait, no, he wouldn't have lucky break because he was injured the whole time. You know, like off the record, but that doesn't make sense either because it would activate earlier. Shadow step, but shadow step doesn't make sense because I would still be able to see his blood and hear him. So I'm questioning everything, and it actually affected my game. It affected my game. I couldn't hit hatchets that were right in front of me. Watching that from my perspective, you might be like, okay, well, you know, maybe I just missed a spot of blood and he got away. You know, maybe this, maybe that. So the streamer says that dude was cheating. LOL. And I'm like, I knew it. And the streamer says, man teleported across the map and picked me up right away. Instantly picked him up. And then this cocky bastard comes into my stream and says, I didn't teleport, I flew. Literally just openly admitting to it. Just openly admitting to it. Man blessed a totem in 1 second. Look at this. So he says, you caught me on my blood pools disappearing. So this dude is like literally like, he's literally like congratulating me that I was able to spot it. He's literally congratulating me that I was able that I was able to spot him. And then he says, very good huntress. Like this is the state of the game. And this isn't the first time this has happened. This isn't the first time this has happened. I've had so many instances of this where, you know, blood pools are disappearing and you lose the survivor. They're nowhere to be found. There's no lockers, there's no hiding spots, and they're just gone. You know, survivors hitting their dead hards a little too perfectly every single time. Survivors speeding up when they vault a window, but speeding up for a bit too long. You know, like pretending to have sprint burst, but they go too fast for too long. Things like that. This isn't the first time, but this is like such a crazy example, because if this dude didn't come in, if the other streamer didn't come in and say, hey, this dude was hacking, I might not have known. I might not have known, you know, it would have just been a guessing game, and I would have just had this paranoia, you know, and it's getting to the point where every single time I load into a game, I'm questioning everything. I'm looking at Steam accounts every single time, not just to check the hours anymore, but to check if they've had previous bans, etc. it's just becoming a problem, like, so much. You know, this is just kind of the state of the game, and it's becoming more and more frequent. But not just that, it's making it really, really hard for people like myself who just want legitimate games and are just trying to, you know, who want to make YouTube videos and have highlights and stuff, because there's just foul play, or I'm questioning foul play almost every other game. More so for me, it is the soft hackers. It's the ones who hide it and will do sneaky little things like that. You know, the ones who just fly around and will do silly stuff with you, I almost appreciate that more, because it's like, it's kind of fun for me a little bit. Yeah, it's still, like, it shouldn't be happening, but it's like, it's kind of funny, at least. I've never really been held hostage, so, like, you know, but I know that's a problem too. And for a lot of other people, it's becoming more and more of a problem. But for me right now, it's a lot of soft hacking, and it's just becoming more and more of a problem. So Behavior did actually make a statement about cheating and kind of the roadmap to what they're going to do to help with this kind of thing. This was posted on September 22nd. Cheating is an ongoing battle in any online game, and Dead by Daylight is no exception. There is never-ending arms race between game developers and cheat makers to find and fix new vulnerabilities. Tackling these vulnerabilities has always been and will remain a top priority to us. Lately, many of you have shared your experiences playing against cheaters, and we have no intention to leave you in the dark. First and foremost, we are abundantly aware of the ongoing situation, and we have been treating it very seriously. To put it bluntly, cheating sucks, and while we have made many measures to prevent it, it frustrates us just as much as you to hear that someone ruined your experience. We tend to stay quiet when it comes to cheating to avoid giving cheat developers vital information, but given recent events, we've decided to pull back the curtain and shed some light on what we've been doing to combat cheating and what we'll be working on moving forward. Please forgive any vague language in this post. We cannot share any information which could be used to make it easier to cheat. So Behavior is, they are working on it. They are doing things, but they need to be careful about what they say. Like, if they were to exactly specify how they're improving the anti-cheat, it would help the hackers to kind of counter that, to access cheating in the game, you know, to counter it. So in Dead by Daylight, we have zero tolerance for cheaters. Once we detect someone has cheated or is trying to cheat, their account is permanently banned from the game. There are a few ways to address cheats. Automated bans. We work with our anti-cheat partner, Easy Anti-Cheat, to report and track new cheats. In-game countermeasures. We make changes to both the game client and dedicated servers to prevent cheaters from doing certain things. This lessens the impact of cheats and reduces the amount of damage they can do. Manual bans, which they investigate and manually block. In the last 7 days alone, we have banned over 2,000 cheaters, contributing to a total of 200,000 banned over the lifetime of the game. Additionally, we have continued to expand our team and processes to deal with cheaters more efficiently. So they've actually hired new people to come and help deal with this, which is good, which gives me a little glimmer of hope, and I'm sure it does for other people as well. So this is kind of what's going on right now. They're like, it's kind of like a timeline, I guess. They're just updating the anti-cheat. They're going to be doing more manual bans. They've hired more people. I'm assuming the people that they've hired to help are people who are going to be investigating the reports and banning these people. And then there's going to be more in-game countermeasures, which is what I wanted to talk about the most. In a lot of online games, there is in-game software. Like there's in-game software that runs alongside like the application that will detect when things are happening that are outside the realm of possibility in the game. Like Fall Guys has a system where if you're flying, if you are flying for, for too long, it just automatically kicks you out. It just kicks you out of the game. And I wish that Dead by Daylight, and I think that this is what they're actually going to be implementing. I hope. Ideally, what would be really cool is a situation like that where if somebody is flying around, if somebody is using perks that they don't have in the trial, if somebody is, clipping through walls, running too fast for too long, it'll just automatically boot them out of the game, and then ideally it would replace them with a bot. It doesn't even have to be like a really, a good bot, like, just something so that the rest of the team aren't just left high and dry without a teammate, right? I think that would be the ideal situation, and that is what I hope to see from DBD. But as you can see, there is a roadmap, and they are doing a lot to, or going to be doing a lot to kind of combat this, so... Going forward, we plan to further bolster the game against cheaters. This will be done in various ways. First, we will continue to identify and fix vulnerabilities to limit the effects of cheats. This includes additional measures to prevent player sniping, forcefully joining a specific player's lobby. So this is something that I think is really good because a lot of people like Otstarva are being targeted, Spooky Loops, etc. The list goes on. They're being targeted. And I think that that's not really okay. Secondly, we'll be adding failsafes to commonly exploited portions of the game. For example, should a match ever continue beyond the end game collapse for longer than 5 minutes, the game will forcibly end. So this is actually really good, and this is what a lot of people have really wanted. I've never had this happen to me, but a lot of people have had it happen to them, where the end game collapse ends. It literally ends, but the game keeps going. And if you're playing the killer, the survivor just stays in the trial, and you're kind of stuck. If you quit the game, then there's nothing you can do. So the video that Spooky Loops actually just put out, it is happening to him. The end game collapse ends, but the trial still continues. So I think this is really good. I think that there's probably still things that, hackers can do to counter this, to hold the game hostage, but it's a step in the right direction. So that is good. I was really happy to hear about this one. Third, we will continue to implement server-side validation where possible. This takes authority away from cheaters' game client and puts it on a dedicated server, making cheating much more difficult. This is an ongoing process. So this is something that should have been happening for a long time in the game. Clients have so much control over the game, and it shouldn't be that way. If it's a dedicated server, like, it won't allow you to make changes to the game itself. Like, it just won't allow you. So that's good. This is an ongoing process with the coding in DBD. I imagine this is quite the undertaking. So it's kind of like a glimmer of hope, but we'll see about that. Fourth, we have improvements in the work for both our player support tools and to better deal with cheats internally, and in-game report system to give you feedback on when a player you've reported was banned. So fostering a safe, cheat-free experience in Dead by Daylight is and always will be a top priority for the team. As with any online game, cheating is an ongoing battle. We remain committed to making cheating as difficult as possible. We have been working diligently to limit the number and impact of cheats, and we hope that this post shared some insight to the work we have been doing behind the scenes. Going forward, we hope to keep you in the loop with regular communications regarding cheating and share as much info as we safely can. Until next time, the Dead by Daylight team. So there is a lot that they're doing. There is some hope on the horizon. But yeah, right now it is really bad, and it is tough for me even to stream the game. So what can we do right now? I think that honestly, the first thing and what I'm going to be doing is just taking a step back and just kind of chilling out. You know, like it's just not taking the game as seriously. It really sucks when this stuff is happening to you, and especially if the team is toxic, which I have, encountered. With soft hackers, you call them out and then they'll just, start insulting you and stuff like that. If you are dealing with it, just take a breath, move on to the next game, maybe switch to Survivor. It does still happen when you're playing Survivor, especially solo queue, but I really wish that behavior would take away the DC penalty right now, because it is a problem. It's not good. Number two is, we got to start reporting more often, because yes, it doesn't take long for hackers to make a new account. One of the videos I posted recently, we actually had a conversation with a hacker, and I asked him how long it takes him to make a new account. It doesn't take long at all, but it is something that we can do. So, there is that. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully this gets better. But we'll see. It is what it is right now. I am very passionate about DBD. It is definitely like my favorite game to play. But it is becoming increasingly difficult, at least for Killer, to enjoy it. But as I said, I'm just going to be kind of taking a step back, not taking the game as seriously, and just kind of, looking forward to these changes, and yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. It goes a long way for me, and I will see you in the next one. Be sure to check me out on Twitch, by the way. Peace.